we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, I am absolutely shattered. I just haven't slept last night at all. No reason other than flipping, because of my insomnia. That thing, insomnia. I came downstairs in the end about 4 o'clock. And I've been down ever since, just watched a bit of TV. But I'm so tired, but I just cannot drop off. So I'm hoping a bit later on today, I'm yawning. I'm hoping that a bit later, I'll just sort of nod off, you know, for a couple of hours. But I don't want any more than a couple of hours, otherwise I just won't sleep tonight. I'm going to do some ironing. Oh dear. Famous last words, but I do need to do some ironing, so I've set the ironing board up in the hope that I can actually do it. I really need to. I need to go make a coffee, I think. It's 8:20 now. And I don't have any intentions of, well, actually, I was going to do some potting up today of my plants that I got for the front. Oh, I don't know. I'll see. There's no rush. The ironing can always wait for a day when it's raining, I guess. Excuses. No. Alright, I need to go make coffee. See you soon. I'll be back. I've been out in the garden, just had a little kind of look. That one needs a dead head. But I've just popped it in a couple of other little plants here. Oh, I can't remember what they are. What are they? They are, oh, flipping heck. They're some sort of winter pansy thing anyway. I've also popped some in here as well. Looks a little bit scruffy right now. And also popped some down here. Some little sort of like winter plants. And then we've put these lights that don't work anymore. We've put them around the tree just to make it look pretty. What else have I done today? Oh, I've put some more in here. Obviously they need to fill out to look anything. And I've done the same over here, put some more in here, but they need to like all fill out. And then over here, because I've basically put the garden to bed now. But over here, I have just popped in a couple of plants here in the little, what do you call this, little trough. And then down here, I did actually get these for the front, but I'm going to get some more for the front. So I thought I'd just sort of, you know, do the back today. So I've just put an ornamental grass then, an ornamental grass there. And I can't even remember what this one's called. Aren't I terrible? It doesn't have a label on it, but no. If you remember what that's called, please let me know. So yeah, been a little bit busy out here. Need to clean this table off. We've moved that down now. Sort of, you know, move things around a little bit because obviously time of year now, isn't it? That's still quite sort of full. So yeah, just leave all that. I did move these around. This one I need to just literally take out, it's dead. That needs to come out of the pot and I can, you know, repot it with something, but that's gone now. I'm not exactly sure why. It's been there a long time, mind you. Maybe it needed to be in the ground. I don't know, but it's been in this pot for a long time. But these we've left, and just move these over. The ivy's sort of changing colour now. So yeah, this is like the extent of it at the moment. So now we've taken the top off of this, I need to bring those aloe veras in because obviously they're not designed to be out in the winter, so I'm going to need to bring them in. Oh, look at the state of me today. God, they're awful. I've got these, they're little hairs, and they've kind of like got, you know, not ingrown, but, well, you know what it's like, if you're a hair and you start pulling it, right? Yeah. Well, that's what I've been doing, so silly. I've got a stew in the oven. I haven't done it in the slow cooker today. I popped it into the oven to do it. I'm just going to make some dumplings up, and I thought I would just show you how I make these dumplings. My ironing board is still there. It's got clothes draped over it. They didn't quite dry today, so they're sort of just airing off over there, and I haven't done the ironing. I have had a little kip though this afternoon on the sofa, so that was good. Just probably for maybe 3/4 of an hour, something like that. Anyway, let me wash my hands and start making the dumplings. Right, here we go then. So these are suetless dumplings. They have got margarine or butter. So in here I have got 360 grams of self-raising flour. You can cut that down depending on how many you want to do. That would probably do maybe a family of 4, something like that, for decent sized dumplings. But I'm intending to have leftovers from the stew, so, and I want to have some of these left over as well. So to that I'm just going to pop in just some salt, just eyeball that bit. And then to that, oh, let me get the baking powder. And then to that I'm adding 2 teaspoons of baking powder. There we go. And then I'm just going to just sort of give it a mix up with the fork. If you wanted to do any herbs and have some herbs in here, you can. And in actual fact, I think I might put in some, what was that? What's that one? Like this. I think I'll stick in a little bit of mixed herbs in there. Not a lot, but just so it gives it a little bit of a speckle of colour. There we go. Then here I've got 120 grams of, I've got Flora buttery, but you know, whether you want to use margarine, whether you want to use butter, whatever you want to use, up to you. Just pop that in. There we go. And then sort of to start with, let me lift you up a bit. That's a bit better, isn't it? So to start with, I'm just going to sort of like break up the margarine or the Flora buttery into the flour a bit. That takes out part of the hard work of making it into like the breadcrumbs. I mean, sometimes you can do the whole lot like this, you know what I mean? You don't even have to get your hands in there. So it's looking like that, flour fluffing everywhere. Right, I'm going to go in now and just finish, just sort of making it into like the breadcrumb stage. Look at all the flour puffing up. Gosh, this must be so finely milled, this flour. It doesn't take too long, does it, once you start to break it down? So in my stew, I have got carrots, onions, sweet corn, peas, sprouts, everything's sort of gone in, things that I needed to use up from the fridge, sprouts, lentils and split peas. What else have I? Oh, peas and sweet corn. Oh, I think I might have said that. Some vegetable stock cubes, which I made into like a gravy with a little bit of gravy, like granules. Then what else is in there? Oh, a tin of chopped tomatoes. Seasoned it with salt and pepper. And then, what else? Oh, then what I do, I don't do it all the time, but sometimes I do it because I'm adding chicken to it at the last minute, because this is leftover chicken from yesterday's Sunday lunch. So I obviously don't want to put that in right in the beginning because I don't want it to break down and to sort of like not be there. I want it to sort of stay, you know, quite reasonable sort of bite-sized pieces. Oh, that's it. The other thing I put in there was a little bit, well, actually it was half of a chorizo ring, because that really needs to be used. So I thought that would be nice, chicken chorizo. And then because I'm doing chicken as well, I had a little bit of sage and onion stuffing left, like the dry stuffing. So I sprinkled some of that in. So you've got all sorts of flavours going on. Oh, potatoes, that was it. New potatoes, little baby potatoes. I put some of those in. But as I say, it's to last, I like to have leftovers, you know. Right, so that now resembles, as you can see, the fine breadcrumbs. So I'm just going to give my hands a wash. Right, wash some of this fluffy flour out of the way. That's it. Right, and then here I've got about 80 grams of milk. It might take a little bit more, but roughly 80 grams, 80 mils rather, 80 mils of milk. As I say, it might need a little bit more. So I'm starting off with putting 80 mils of milk in here. I wanted to see if that was going to be enough, and it's actually not. I need to put a little bit more in, a little bit more milk in. I mean, you just have to sort of trial and error, really, just getting it to that nice consistency so you can turn it into dumplings. Hi, Luke. Right? Yeah, good day. Right, now it's going to be time to get my fingers in here again and to see what it's like when I turn it, you know, when I mix it all together. So that's what it's looking like at the moment. So I'm just going to scrape the fork off and just going to get my hands in there and see, because it's surprising when it still looks quite dry in the bowl, it can actually come together quite nicely. So let's get all this together. You don't want it to be too wet, otherwise, you know, you can't really sort of roll it in your hands to make little balls with. So I'm just gonna keep going with this. I'm gonna add the tiniest little bit to get the bits off the bottom. There we go. That should get all the bits from the bottom of the bowl. So I would say I've probably used maybe 100 mils of milk, possibly. I've got semi-skimmed, but it doesn't really matter what you use. Oh, waste not, want not, as they say. There we go, and then you just keep going. There you go, like that, you see, just keep going until all the bits are picked up off the bottom of the bowl and the sides of the bowl. And then, when it's all come together like this, and it's not too squidgy, but you can certainly like take bits off and turn them into a nice dumpling, then you know you've got the right consistency. It's got a few little herbs in there as well. So there you go, like this. There you go. So that's number 1.
Make up some dumplings. And don't forget that these will actually grow in size as well, so they're going to be quite big. But yeah, I'm hoping to use half today and half tomorrow, so maybe lunchtime. If not, I might just put it into a bowl and put it in the freezer. Actually, I could keep it in the fridge till Wednesday, maybe. Because it's just Chris and I here in the evening for dinner, so this would be ideal to pull out for just Chris and I. So I'm making 6 largish dumplings, well, they're going to be large. But you need to think about the size of your pot, etc., you know.
Right, so in here I have 6 dumplings all made. Finish cleaning up the flour that's shot everywhere. So this is the actual stew. You can see it's got everything in here there. So I need to just put the chicken in. Can you get the chicken out for me, Luke, in the fridge, please? So I'm putting in all my chicken now. So this is the leftover chicken from yesterday's roast dinner. And so I didn't want that to go in any earlier because I didn't really want it to break up. So nice stir. There we go. Get all that chicken in there. There we go. And now I'm just going to drop in the dumplings. And there we go, so that's the dumplings. So this is now going to go back into the oven again for another 25 minutes. I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. And here we are, fresh out of the oven. Look how lovely they look. So I'm just going to dish this up now. All dished up now, so just gonna go and eat it.